Hey guys, Watty here. I was a little bit inspired by Brett Marshall's video a while ago, kind of showing what he packs for a trip. I'm getting prepared to go to South Padre Island, and I was just kind of packing, getting my kite stuff in order. So I wanted to share real quick what I throw in my bag for a full festival trip. I've got a lot going on generally, but let's start here. This is my indoor bag. It's a bag that I made a couple years ago. And you'll notice a bit of a theme. I like full redundancy. So I have a Shiznit, which is my indoor dual line that I recently released. I have the last prototype of the Shiznit, which is here as a backup in case this one breaks or something like that. I have a second one. I've been meaning to make a second Shiznit for myself so that I actually have two fully completed Shiznits. And that also allows me to, if someone really wants one and is okay with my colors, and I can sell one there at the festival if someone wants it, and not be out of a kite myself. So two indoor dual lines, two Shiznits. Got a couple of Urban Ninjas. Got a red one and a green one, which my girlfriend made mostly. So I got two indoor single lines, and then I've got two Breezes. These are two indoor quad lines. These are about the same, so redundancy again. Two indoor dual line, two indoor single line, two indoor quad line. I got a baggie of some 3D printed parts for a friend that I made just because they're kind of interesting. And then in the lines handles pouch, see, I've got music CD. Always have a music CD, extra belt, because I don't ever want to be caught without a belt. On this music CD, I also have the same things on a USB drive, and I also have the same things on a little MP3 player, so I'm always covered when I need to provide music to an event. And I'm always covered to make sure my pants don't fall down. I've got a couple little line sets here. I got a couple single line sets. These guys, I think this line is the Matrix line from level 1. I don't know, I had some laying around, and so I cut it up to make single line sets. And then this is a dual line set, probably about 10 or 15, no, not 15, about 10 feet. Laser Pro, I think. And then my quad line stuff, my lines I have in here, I have in my suitcase because this gets too heavy for everything. So the handles are a really easy thing to pull out. But these are my indoor bits mainly. I've got what is this? This one's probably 10 feet, and then this one's about 12 to 15. I like the longer lines if I can get away with it. So that's the indoor bag. SPI has a great indoor. They have a huge space, and so it's nice to be able to spring out and get some extra line out there and really use up that space. I also have in here a couple 30-foot line sets. One 30-foot line set will be for if I can fit my stack, which is in my outdoor bag. If I can fit the stack inside, then I'll fly that on 30-foot lines. I think the stack itself is about 30 feet long, so anything shorter than 30-foot lines just seems weird. So I've got a 30-foot line set for that. I also have a second 30-foot line set because I kind of want to try. I don't know if it'll work. I fly two quad lines at the same time outdoors. I want to try it indoors. I think the big limitation is like the length of lines. You just don't have the space to try to fly two of them. But at SPI, with that big space on 30-foot lines, if I could set up two Breezes on 30-foot lines, then maybe I'd be able to fly two at once. I don't know. I'm going to give it a shot and see how it goes. So I'm bringing an extra 30-foot line set for that reason. Let's see here. I got a light kit. Oh, looks like we got a visitor. Hi, Elsie. Elsie wants to join us. Hi, honey. So I got a nice light set here. I think there's two. Is there one? There's just one light set, I think. These are the Northern Lights quad line light sets. I think they do night fly sometimes at SPI, so I'll keep this with me. Got a couple of the batteries in here, and then I keep a battery charger in here because this is perfectly fine to travel in my carry-on. But the batteries just stick with this so I don't lose it. And this is too long to fit in here anyway, so it has to go in my kite bag. And then, you picked the perfect spot, didn't you? Okay, come over here. Okay, good girl. Okay, and then we've got my big bag. So this is my outdoor bag, which which I also made myself. This was a kite bag design that I had thought a lot about and finally got around to making eventually. And I've had this for a couple years now, I think, and I've been quite happy with it. Okay, so let's see, what do we have in here? Again, all my line sets are not in here, they're in there just to relieve some weight. This all ends up being about 50 pounds in that case, which is about the limit that I can get away with without being charged overweight. I don't get charged oversized. This is a golf case, and they are generally fine with me checking in this golf case. I've never been charged oversized, but this is long enough for my Breeze. Has the longest rods in that are 48 inches, and it fits just fine in this hard case. That's part of why the Shiznit is the size that it is, because I wanted it a bit bigger. I wanted to use single piece leading edges, single piece lower spreaders, and it fits in my travel case. So that works perfectly for me. Hi, honey. See, I have the Elsie. Come over here. Over here. Over here. Come here. Come here, honey. Come here, good girl. Sit. Hey, sit. Sit. Good girl. Okay, and then in here we have stuff for the dog stake. The actual head of the dog stake is in there because that's perfectly fine to bring on the carry-on. But the actual ground stakes, you know, they're kind of pointy, so I don't want to carry them on. I want to check them just so that it's a non-issue when it comes to airport security. So I've got a nice long pocket on here specifically for these stakes. So they will stay in here. They're a bit heavy, but you know, I'm not going to put them in the carry-on. Nothing in here at the moment. In here I got some repair stuff. I just got a little bitty kit that's got you know, some C-clips, a bit of extra line, a bit of super glue, some bungee, you know, just random stuff like that might be handy. I don't do a lot of repair when I'm on the field, which because I carry two of everything. So if something breaks, then I just pull out another one rather than trying to fuss with repairs. I've also got a few of these guys. These are little fitting, like sail saver guys. You can use this to push out rods out of you know, tough APAs or something like that. So I've got a few of those. I only really need one, but I got a few so I can give some away if someone wants them. And I got some room music stuff in here, another music CD. I should throw another USB and stuff like that in there too, but I haven't gotten around to that. And then sunscreen. Sunscreen in here, always gotta have it. I'm very pale, I burn very easily, so I have some nice Ultra Sheer Dry Touch 100+ SPF. I know it's a high number, but whatever. I don't use it too much because I mostly cover myself with sleeves and buffs and things like that. Oh, sorry. So now we can get into the outdoor bag. So I've got the rollout portion here. We'll get to that in a minute. But in here, this rollout portion is actually completely full. I haven't worked on extending it yet, but I can fit all but three kites in there, I think. And the three that I leave out are generally because I tend to pull them out anyway. The bag, I have an extension here. So when I have a dual line that's set up all the way, I can put the setup dual lines in here and not in the roll-up. So the ones that sit on the outside typically are my three go-to dual lines. I have a vented Nirvana 3rd edition. I have a, let's see here, this one is my 116 standard, and this is a 116 SUL. So those are my typical outdoor dual lines, and so they sit out of the bag because they sit outside of the roll-up, because they end up outside the roll-up anyway after they're set up. And then I also have this one. This is a quad line. K11 is what I called this one. This is a kind of an earlier build. It's quite old now. Yeah, I'm just trying to get rid of this one. I think I'm probably going to donate it to SPI's auction, because I have a bunch of, you know, kind of more artsy full sail quad lines that I think I have 3 of them in the bag right now. I don't need that many full sail quad lines. And then I've got my stack. This is my Hex 8 stack. These are Rev 1.5 size kites. This is a stack I built a few years ago. And it's the same stack. I'll fly this outdoors and I'll also fly it indoors when there's enough space. That's very rare, but SPI has a huge gym, so we'll see if that works out with their seating arrangement, if there's enough space for this, but we'll give it a shot. So those are the extra bits that sit here on the side, and then in the rollout, let's check out what's going on here. Okay, what is this? Oh, this is a 99 SUL, so this is my backup SUL. So if my 116 SUL breaks, then this would be my go-to for light wind. And then, let's see, these two are both Essentials full sails. This is the outdoor quad line that I make. These are both full sails for redundancy, so if one breaks, I have a backup. But I also fly two at once, so those are a pair that I'll fly at the same time. After that, I have. Oh wait, no. What's going on here? I have another Essentials here. So one of these must not be. Oh no, this is a pretty one. What the hell is this one called? This was called Fracture. That's what this one is. This is a one of my kind of pretty ones. I was experimenting a little bit with red thread. The thread was a bit different than what I've been using. It was a different material, and I wasn't very happy with the glue, so I don't really use it anymore. But that's what that is. This is a pretty full sail. I like having a pretty kite in each venting level, a full sail, mid vent, full vent, etc. Because I like having, ideally, the Essentials set up on long lines for team flying, for demos, for flying two at once, and then the pretty kites for short lines, playing with the crowd, being a bit more of a discussion piece. Here we have Leo. This is one of my most recent kind of artistic builds, and I'm really thrilled. It's probably my favorite one at the moment. So that guy's in here, another pretty one. So as I mentioned, I have 3 pretty full sails in here, so I gotta get rid of one. Oh, and there's this one too. This is Deal With It. This is the pixelated sunglasses. It's a bit silly, but it's kind of fun here and there. That's in there because, I don't know. It's fun for megaflies. I'll throw it up on megaflies, have some stupid little, sunglasses. And then, let's see, next up I have an Escape Standard. I just built this. I haven't flown it yet. I have not determined if it kicks my 116 standard out of its place, but it is here. I'm looking forward to trying it at SPI. That's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, really looking forward to this one. And then, let's see, what's this guy? This is Vented. This is an older Vented. Oh, this is a Vented 99. So this is my backup Vented dual line. So if my Nirvana breaks, then that's my go-to. I don't like it as much as the Nirvana. It's okay. Vented dual lines are hard. It's alright. I don't know. Eventually, maybe I'll try to build some more Vented dual lines and see if I can find something that I like better than the Nirvana. Because just about everything in here I've built myself. The only thing in here I didn't build is that Nirvana. So you can see all the bags are all the same because I built all of these. What do we have here? We have, oh wait, no, what is this? Oh, this is Bubbles. That's what this guy is. This is a vented, sort of kind of light mid-vent about for quad line. It's one of my other favorites. I really like that one a lot. Just the design of it, those kind of circles and lots of curvy lines to it. Yeah, that'd be this guy right here. And then here I have 2 mid-vent Essentials, or vented Essentials. Yeah, again, this is kind of go-to standard outdoor quad line that I'll fly together, fly in team, fly anything that's particularly serious, and they are backups and pairs of each other. Now we get into full vent land. Here I have 2 full vent Essentials. Again, another pair. I have a pair for every level of venting. You can see there's a bit older. I was doing the kind of sewing mesh into the sleeves to indicate the venting before I got an embroidery machine and started embroidering the kites onto them, which I like the embroidery so much more. So it's a bit of motivation to rebuild all of these so that I can, have an excuse to make new sleeves for them. So a pair of vented, these are XVs, Essentials XV. And then I have This is Interlock. I made a video of me building this one a while ago, back when I lived in an apartment. This is my vented pretty kite. I have a couple pretty full sails, a pretty mid-vent bubbles, and a pretty full sail interlock. So I always have something kind of a little bit different, a little bit more artsy to throw out at an event. And then I have two Essentials XXV. These are like an extra vent, like really pretty heavy venting. I have two of these. I only had one before when I went to Long Beach Island, and the wind was really heavy, and I really wished I had a second one. So I ended up building a second one. So this one's much newer than this other one, and you can tell by the change of sleeves. I did some embroidery on this one instead of the mesh. So yeah, so that's the outdoor kites. Yeah, only other bits. Let's see. Let's roll this guy up. Away, get this out of the way a little bit. Alright. And then we come over to my carry-on case. I mentioned I have all the line sets and things in here. I've got the head of the dog stake, battery charger for the lights. I have radio stuff. We've got radios, batteries, headsets, stuff like that in here for any sort of Megafly stuff. My whole team isn't coming, so I'm not going to be using these to lead much, I don't think, but who knows what will happen with kind of the pickup groups and things like that. And then, of course, I have a luggage scale because that gets right to 50 pounds, and I need to make sure that it's under 52 before I get to the airport, so I don't have to deal with that later. So always carry a scale with me. Yeah. Oh, and then got a couple more dual line sets. I made the new set real quick. That was, I don't know how long this is. Probably like 40 feet, 30, 40 feet, something like that. I'm looking forward to I want to try the Shiznit on this indoors. I think that'll be really cool. And then this is also just for when there's light wind and you just want to kind of putz around with something. Having some really short lines is kind of fun. So, yeah, that's my whole kit. I'm going to pack this all back up. And looking forward to pulling it back out in Texas. All right. See you guys around.